Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Valleycast. If you're watching the video version of this, you will see that I, Joe Beretta, am here in my abode. Elliot Morgan is in his as well. He's got a lamp there, really accentuating the back of his little outhouse, as it is called.
That's where I poop.
And then Steve is coming straight at you from the outside of a microwave.
That's right. I'm waiting for my pizza slice to be done. I put it in for 13 minutes, so we'll just see what,
That's the magic
just keeping
number.
an eye. I'm just keeping an eye on it.
And where did you
Okay,
get this
so now you
pizza
just-
last night, Steve? Is this a new pizza or?
Yes, I did get it last night. It's a last night pizza, and it's the last slice. And they told me to leave it in for 13 minutes, and it'll taste exactly like it came out of the oven. They were giggling when they said it, which
that's
was
good.
kind of weird.
It's friendly.
I
Just
figured
being
maybe
friendly.
they were having fun out there, but we'll come back to the...
Yeah, I heard
We'll
one of them was nudging the other one with an elbow, saying, check it, he'll
Yeah.
do it. He'll do it.
He'll put it in for 13 minutes, but
yeah,
that's
I'm-
a good call.
Yeah, we'll just come back to the... We'll come back later, and we'll check on the pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza, 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 pizza. Yeah.
Pizza Watch 2020.
We'll check on the pizza, yeah. We'll just come back. If you're watching the video, you'll be able to see where we're at with the pizza.
And we'll come back.
It makes me think of it's just one. We could make one of those just ridiculous try things YouTube videos where it's we try microwave pizza in 5-minute increments, where we do a 5-minute slice and then we taste one that's been in there for 10 minutes and all the way up to an hour.
I think you could.
Oh,
Can you ruin a microwave doing that? Because if so, we should just buy one that's just the one we use.
Yeah, let's
I
do
mean,
it.
it'll explode at some point all over the microwave, right? Like it'll get so hot that
It will probably solidify is what it'll end up doing. Like it'll be so nasty. Like it'll melt and then solidify.
Yeah.
So the video is called trying microwave pizza in 1-minute increments. And we do 1 minute,
1
2
minute.
minutes.
Let's
There we
call it the Try Boys.
Ooh, I like it. Never been done before.
Yeah, we'll call it the Try Boys, and I think
because
that
there's
we
3
do
of
it
us.
There's 3 of us. Try. And I think that and it is actually spelled THREE, but you pronounce it Try Boys.
Right? Yeah. The foreign.
And boys
It's
is
foreign.
spelled THREE.
That's right. So I think we should do like a bunch of different food. But also, like, it got me thinking, is there a way to get a camera into a microwave?
And then you
Like,
eat
and
it.
I'm not
you
saying
you take a
I'm
bite
not
out
saying,
of it every 5 minutes.
Yeah, in 5-minute increments. Yeah. No, I'm not saying put like a fucking Canon power shot inside with the pizza. I'm saying, is there a way to like is there some GoPro type device that can like, because I'm sure someone's figured it out, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it has been done. I think there's a couple YouTube channels, but it reminds me of dude. So the best TikToker on the planet right now is apparently Hank Green. Hold up, buddy. Sorry, my son is asking about
Can you
school.
put him on mic, please? Because I can't hear him.
If he's gonna talk, he needs to be part of the podcast.
He didn't like it.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy, for doing your school.
Tell him to go to his room.
I'm double dipping. So Hank Green does TikTok now, but he's been doing these really fun ones where like people on TikTok will just be like, "What's up with flowers? Like, how did they even bloom?" And then Hank just like goes Hank on it, and he just throws information. And one of the ones that I saw recently that he did, he was like, he got this TikTok of somebody being like, "Not allowed to put metal in the microwave? Well, what about this?" And this guy opens up his own microwave, and there's like a screw in there keeping the microwave together. He's like, "Everything's lies." And then Hank's like, "Well, no, here's the thing." And he goes into it, and it's
that's
actually
like
pretty
a thermal
fascinating.
screw or something, or it's like a
Well,
it's a type of screw.
It
That
isn't that you
survives or
can't
something.
put metal in a microwave, because a microwave is metal. It's that a microwave is designed to shoot its microwaves in a certain way. And what the metal does is that it will make it like deflect into maybe a direction it's not supposed to go. And it might pinpoint the heat on a source in the microwave that you don't want to do it, thus burning a hole in it, almost like a magnifying glass in the sun. Like directing the sunlight into something. So again, follow Hank on TikTok.
Joe,
he's real interesting.
You look like a homeless Mandalorian character. Little
I'm the guy-
headphones and the hoodie.
Yeah, I'm the guy that got introduced in the episode when they were like, we got to save money in this episode. So one, it's going to be in a room.
With no costume.
In one room, in one space
Can
room.
you
We're in
bring your own future wardrobe?
Yeah, this is the trash compactor episode of The Mandalorian where they are stuck in the trash compactor. That doesn't work, by the way. It's a broken trash compactor, but they're just stuck in it.
Their microwave
for 45
works, though.
minutes. Yeah, and there's
There you go.
Steve, and that's my bud Steve. Look, we've been traversing space forever.
I'm half human, half cyborg. I'm going to eat macarons and puke on myself. Beep, boop, bop, boop, boop,
Dude,
beep.
you're just like on the same level as Bill Burr's character in that show.
Not bad.
That show is really inconsistent, but I love the fuck out of it.
Yep,
Wonderful.
I've got no problems with it. Dude, Elliot, your mug game. What's your mug there? Check out my mug.
This is a mug from Tyler Oakley's book release from like 6 years ago called
Yeah, look, we're
Crush
both
or something
colorful.
like that, or Binge or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all candy if you look closely. It's
It looks
candy
cool.
wrappers.
This one-
It's very pleasant. Yeah.
Steve's got a Taco Bell Friendsgiving. This one is
That's nice.
My school didn't do this growing up. And tell me if your guys' did, but Hayden's school, and maybe all schools now, they'll take art of the kids that they make in school, and they'll send home a little pack and be like, hey, do you want your kids' art on a mug? And you can do it.
Say no,
It's
thank you.
relatively cheap, and they send you a mug. It's really cool.
That's cool. That's way better than the
My
like
mom would have
turkey
done
hands.
the fuck out of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
nice.
Putting
I love
turkey
coffee
hands on
mugs.
the fridge.
Yeah.
Dude, but then when you know, like when you break a dish and you don't care, imagine caring too much when you break a dish, because that's what these mugs turn into.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, God! Her soul!
I care about some of my like more collectible ones. Like I have like a 25th or 50th anniversary Disneyland mug, and like a Big Al from Country Bear, like a pint glass. And if anything happened to that, I would probably feel as bad as you would about your kid's painting mug.
I feel like you might feel worse.
Yeah,
Joe still has the kid.
that's true. Yeah, but it
Dude.
can never be the same. It can
No,
never be the same.
you'll never get that commemorative pint glass and/or mug again.
No.
Anyway, this is a true crime podcast, everybody. Thank you. We're going to dive right back into our story. In Milwaukee, a family of 4 was killed on a small street in a suburb right out of, I don't know. I just wanted to say
That's pretty good, though. Way to roll on that.
I was like, let's just do it. Let's just
like,
get in there.
Dude, speaking of true crime, I'll talk about my heart recently being stolen by an article that I frequented right before I saw you guys on this podcast right now. Did you see the Mario Kart freaking ride in Super Nintendo Land?
Yeah, Super Nintendo
my
Land.
God.
So for those of you that don't know, Super Nintendo Land is a Super Mario Nintendo themed world being built into Universal Studios in Japan, right?
Japan. Wow, that really got me excited right to the end there.
But Elliot,
Wow, what a bummer. Yeah,
if
I'm sure
you
in
like-
5 years I'll get to go to
yes,
the... Yeah.
If you, like many others, also felt the same way, it's coming to Universal Studios Hollywood also.
Not that same. Well, maybe that same ride. But yeah, they've cleared out like
And
a little
Florida.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're working
and
on it, but
A long
And-
time from
yeah.
now.
if you are super interested in the Japan version of it, they are also installing Super Mario 2-esque warp zone pipes and doors scattered throughout the world, where if you can find one, you can jump in pipe or open said door and go warp yourself right to the Super Mario Land. It's great.
Nuh-uh.
Wait, really?
No.
All right, that's our time. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Valleycast. Next week, we'll find out who did it.
Dude, it looks cool
it looks
though.
very rad.
I
It
can't
looks
wait to check
like
it out. Yeah, it sounds great.
So like it sounds great, but as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, I don't want to be anywhere else in the world. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're a Nintendo fan at all.
Are they doing
It's
any with
just-
Zelda? Are they doing any kind of Zelda ride? I'll
There's-
go to Japan if there's a Ocarina of Time ride.
There's rumors that the
An
next
Ocarina of
thing
Ride.
that's coming is like a boat ride, maybe like with the
Wind Waker?
Wind Waker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
but-
or you could do like not a Skyward Sword, but Breath of the Wild type like glider.
Dude, I was just gonna say
simulation.
that where you're gliding around Hyrule, yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But the next thing that they're putting in
So
is
cool.
some kind of Donkey Kong thing. They're expanding it with a.
it's
Donkey
just
Kong
gorillas
thing.
in a cave. It's a zoo. They're putting in a zoo.
But if you get in that and just they attack you. If you get in that and they start playing the Donkey Kong theme song, I don't know. I'd probably cry. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think Donkey Kong is beloved enough and has earned his place in a Nintendo theme park.
I was
Dude.
oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I
You
was
go
just gonna
ahead.
say
You
how
go
cool
ahead.
it is that everything. It's like our generation has gotten literally like everything we've wanted. Like I remember being a kid and being like, "There's no way they're gonna make like Star Wars prequel movies, let alone 3, let alone 6, let alone now I get to watch Mandalorian like every week and it's actually good." And then you combine that with like they just keep they keep bringing everything back. I watched Animaniacs the first episode. I really like that. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wonderful. It's like we're just spoiled. Every single thing. that
Our
you can
parents
think of
were all
will come
like,
back.
"When are we gonna get our Sunday Blondie comics esque?"
Yeah, and nothing.
Theme
Where's our
park.
family circle theme park? God, that would be awful. I think it's because we're now the people who like grew up loving that stuff, are now rich and well connected and have like connections to studios and places where you can make those things come back. I think that the fact that they went away. And then there were decades of them missing that thing,
Yeah,
and
it's
then they
perfect.
got into power where they could make shit. They just were like, let's just make the things that we loved when we were kids that they took away from us.
Yep.
It's also, you got to combine that with the fact that we're like in the 5th evolution or the 5th Pokemon evolution of capitalism. This is like
Yeah.
capitalism tar
Right.
Rex.
Yeah.
And the people are just like, let's build it all.
What else? What else can we do? What else can we bring back?
Dude, Allie, when you see the pictures though, they're doing it right, and this is what I appreciate about any theme park in general. Like, I'm a ridesman. I like the rides, and that like at the end of the day, if the ride is great, it could be just a line to the ride and it would be worth it. But the ones that go to the next step and they make an experience in a world before the ride, like the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, or even the Mummy ride in Universal here, that's what makes it next level, because then you're immersed in so many ways. And
Yeah.
it looks like they're doing that with the Mario Kart ride. It's
Cool.
really cool.
Yeah, I can't remember who did. It was either Disney or Universal, but one of them was the first to be like, we need to make the lines almost as entertaining as the ride,
Right.
because that way we can make them as long as we want and people won't be upset if we're just giving them stimulus to look at the entire time. It's real smart, and it worked.
Yeah.
Super smart.
The Back to the Future ride was really good
Yeah.
at that, like way back in the day. 'Cause
Spider-Man,
it
too,
It
and,
really looked like you were going into the Future Institute technology
Yep.
place, and then they had like all the Back to the Future stuff everywhere, and then they made it look like there was some story going on in the building you were in on the
Yeah.
TV screens, and you're like, oh, cool!
Very cool.
This is all canonical to the ride, and I really like that. About the Bowser thing, the Koopa thing, so there's all the Super Mario shit in Nintendo World, and then there's Bowser's Castle, and in Bowser's Castle is the Mario Kart ride, and it's called it's called or like King Koopa's Mario Kart Tournament or something like that. And it's dual like Mario Kart roller coaster cars.
It's like the
and-
Cars ride in Disney.
Cool.
Right, but it includes AR technology, so you put on like a Mario Brothers hat that has like AR clear like lenses on them. So it looks like you're just looking through glasses or something. And then when the ride starts, there's like all this shit like projected, like shells and like stars and things like that. And you can like throw
propaganda. It's great.
Yeah.
yeah,
Communist
buy
propaganda.
more Universal Studios products.
Capitalist propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, but then you can like throw shells and items at the other car like in the ride, and I guess every experience is different, and there's a new winner every time, and of the race, and also the like whole ride changes. So like it'll be like an underwater ride, and then it'll be like a lava castle ride, and then it'll be like
Wow.
It sounds incredible.
That's
Is that
so cool.
AR? Is that the AR changing, or is that like you might hit a different track every single time
think
within it?
I think it's a combination of the AR and then screens probably where the colors will change and stuff.
Damn cool. Guys, we are at the pinnacle. We are at the height. We are at the zenith and the apex of ride technology. That's where we're at right now.
We really
That's all
got
matters.
that going for us. That is truly one thing that we have on lock is good theme parks.
You know what I was thinking about? Like the way that they haven't talked about, unless they have, and I haven't read it yet, but they haven't talked about how you enter Nintendo Land, and I'm hoping it's something like a pipe that you like walk through at least, and then you hear the like Mario pipe sound inside the like tunnel.
If I don't, I will sit on a pipe and it will suck me down like liquid and shoot me out the other side immediately with the sound effect, or it's bullshit. That's the only way it's good. It better be magical and real.
It's got to be magical.
What if all the toilets are just green pipes?
I love that.
That's great, yeah.
Dude, but that's the thing. Like, Universal really stepped up their game with Harry Potter World.
Dude,
everything's so immersive and really cool there. And if they use that level of like detail and immersion, then it's gonna be like a dream, dude. There's gonna be tons of shit like that. There's gonna be like blocks that apparently you can like hit and they'll make like the sounds and stuff. They'll just
Well,
be
you're wearing
everywhere.
like a bracelet while you're going
is that
around
how
the
that
park,
works?
and then like it's just
Yeah.
like getting stats and experience things. So when you
so
hit the
cool.
coin box, it's like bink, here's a coin for whatever the hell you would use those coins for in the park.
Capitalist propaganda.
So this is
like,
open?
not yet.
It's opening February 4th in Japan.
In 2021?
No, right now. Yeah, sorry, 2021. Yeah.
No.
February 4th,
It's happening
right
February
now.
21st in
This-
Japan right
this-
now.
I would be like,
Today's
okay.
February 4th.
I didn't. All right. Yeah. No, that
Well,
makes
due to
sense.
time changes and time zones, yes, it's
Yeah.
opening right now for us on February 21st
In Japan, it's February 4th already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look up at the moon, that's somebody else's February moon.
That's a
So
pizza.
that's a
Pizza.
Did you guys see the moon last night? The moon last night was crazy.
Yeah,
Was it
it
good
was
moon?
a full moon.
Very beautiful full moon. Anyway,
Oh, man.
and that brings us
Been
back.
nice. How was your guys' Thanksgivings? Were they good? Hello? You hear me? Thanksgiving? Good?
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Let's
Great.
check on the pizza.
Let's say how the pizza.
How's the pizza? This is Pizza Watch 2020. Steve's out in the field right now. Steve, can we get an update on the pizza?
Yeah, we're at minute 8 of the pizza slice in the microwave, and it's looking delicious. I gotta tell you, and I want to take it out right now. My stomach is rumbling, but we need to leave it in for the full 13.
Okay. Well, thanks for that update, Steve. We've heard from our local in-house scientists that 8 minutes might be long, let alone 13 minutes. Do you have any feedback or information regarding that stance?
Yeah, well, as I said before, the teenage worker at the pizza restaurant told me 13 minutes, so I trust the professionals, and if it's going to taste anything like it did when it first arrived at my door, piping hot and fresh, then I will leave it in for the allotted time.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve. Your professionalism is unrivaled. We appreciate all the hard
Man.
work you do. We'll check back with you in just a little bit.
Yeah. Also, I love the word allotted. That's a nice word.
It is
It really, it's so good. It sounds like what it is. It's so neat and tidy.
yeah.
It's
Clean word.
it's my favorite animal, an axolotl.
Joe, I don't want to run away from this microwave idea you have, where we microwave a thing
so
in 5-minute
gross.
increments and keep trying it.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good idea. I think we should do it. But I also decided to look up, is eating burnt food bad for you? Because
Yes.
obviously the food will get burnt.
Yeah. Well, we'll have spit buckets,
Well,
spittle
does it-
buckets.
Does it burn in the microwave, or does it just get like?
It'll dehydrate, so it'll be like jerky. It'll be like pizza jerky.
Yeah. So it
I
doesn't
mean, let's
necessarily
do it.
burn.
We call it microways, WAYS. All the different ways you can microwave, and
Oh.
you can.
Will it wave
Will it wave?
with an
So
apostrophe
gross.
before the W?
From the Thry guys, the Thry boys.
The three boys brings you
Try boys.
Will it wave? No, but I think like, the three boys presents
Do
Will
you
it
watch
wave?
Three Boys? Are you subscribed to Three Boys?
Three boys. I think we should totally do it, because we could do it with things that are like fuck, I don't know. There's always some kind of like new thing that comes out of the grocery store that people kind of freak out about. Like, you remember when there was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch sprinkles? Or it was like Cinnamon Toast Crunch seasoning that you could buy from Sam's Club?
Cinnamon and sugar.
No. Yeah, no, Joe. Cinnamon Toast Crunch cinnamon and sugar. There's a difference.
The sticker is a great sticker.
Yeah. it's a
Yeah,
good
no,
sticker.
I mean, it's I think somebody just took the end of the box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch when all the like chunks are gone and it's just the dust down there in the box. Someone just like
Yep.
dumped that into a salt shaker and was like, there you go.
That one kind of makes sense. It's when they take it like one step too far, where they're like, "Hey guys, this is Fruity Pebbles fried chicken breading.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a shot."
Yeah, there's a place in
Yeah.
there's a place on Postmates called Munchies, and they do all that kind of stuff where it's like Cheeto dipped chicken and like that kind of stuff. I've never gotten it, but it's available.
Never went that far.
Never got that bad.
I can't tell if we should be upset about that or if we should be thankful that we live in a time where we can have hot Cheeto dipped chicken.
I mean, I'll be excited when there's the ride
Exactly.
The hot Cheeto dipped chicken, the ride.
Yeah.
with the AR experience. Yeah.
yeah.
It smells like chicken while
Yeah.
we spin you around.
Well,
And
and
shoot
each one's different.
Cheeto dust in your eyes.
They can switch it up and
God.
do a whole diarrhea ride afterward too. It never
Yeah.
the same.
Oh god, the diarrhea river ride. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
all
how it
the
ends.
water looks like diarrhea around you. In the
Crash
boat.
down, yeah, like Splash Mountain. But you're in
And
a
they're just
turd.
pumping in cents. I mean, because you gotta get it all. You gotta get all.
At the end, there's like a little piece of corn animatronic, and he's like, you may never know what made you get diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like, you may. And he says something different every time. You're gonna try to guess what it was that you ate yesterday that made you sick, but
Yeah.
you won't be able to figure it out.
And then though, what's cool is after the ride, you can take a photo with the corn. Who it's a different one. He's all dressed up.
Right,
but
right.
The singular diarrhea corn.
Right.
Well, and then you get to hear like the hit single from the jam band, "Dr. Poop and the Corns."
Yeah.
And it's just,
Yeah,
dude.
really
Fuck
good.
yeah.
Surprisingly, they're really
Yeah.
musicians too. They're really good.
And he goes, "We're gonna go right through ya. We're gonna go right through ya. We're gonna go right through ya."
One of Steve's favorite possessions is actually a coffee mug that looks like that piece of corn
yep.
that runs
Yep.
through you. If he breaks it, he'll be
Yeah.
more upset than if you lose one of your children's mugs, Joe. So just something to think about.
Did you just use "The Rhythm Is Gonna Get Ya"
Yeah.
for the corn song?
Yeah.
What was it? The river's gonna get you?
No, we're gonna run right through you.
We're gonna- okay.
But the song is called "The Rhythm Is
Yeah.
Gonna Get Ya."
The rhythm is gonna get ya. The rhythm is gonna get ya. The corn is gonna go right through ya.
Corn is gonna go right through ya.
The corn is gonna go right through ya. Dun 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 dun. Tonight. Dun 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 dun.
Then a girl.
Thanks for coming on the ride. Don't forget to get some sweet corn on your way out. Did you know that corn ends up in your poop, kids. Bless you.
Thank you.
You shouldn't have this many corn filters. Why do you have so many corn filters?
Should I?
Because here in the Diarrhea River ride, corn's the only thing you see at the end of the ride.
Tastes almost as sweet on the way out. What?
And then a guy proposes to his girlfriend.
But I really think we should do this cooking thing, man. I think we should do this microwave thing. We should make ourselves accountable and just do it.
Look, we can burn things. That's possible.
It's not gonna burn, I don't think. Microwaves don't burn things, right?
Well, I once, as a kid, left a microwave on for an hour.
Okay.
I was just like, I pressed like, maybe it might have been 3. I was like, let's 3. This will be funny. And then I walked away. And then I forgot 2 seconds later that I had done that. And we came back about an hour later, and there was a hole burned through the bottom of it. So.
Well, but that was just leaving it on.
We're going to get to an hour.
And
Right.
forgetting about it.
No science to it. No finesse, you know?
Here we
I
go.
just Googled,
Is
what
it-
does pizza look like after 13 minutes in microwave?
Well, no spoilers. No spoilers.
These are all just delicious.
Oh, it sounds
looking.
like. Oh, it sounds like we have somebody in the field with you, Steve Zaragoza. You have an interview with somebody that has Googled 13-minute pizza in microwave. What do they have to say?
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me see where they are, if they're here.
Pizza after being microwaved is...
Hello? Hello?
Steve, we're having some technical difficulties. Is everything all right in the field?
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pizza Watch 2020. Steve Zaragoza is in the field. He has an eyewitness with him.
Hello?
Who is this?
Yeah, I've had a pizza before.
Yes. Well, how long was that pizza microwaved?
9 minutes.
And what was your what did you think about that pizza? What was your experience with
I
it?
mean, let's be honest. I eat poop, so
Well,
All right. Well,
so good,
that's,
or is that
back to us.
Okay.
guys, the pizza's looking pretty good. I mean, it's been in for 10 minutes now.
I feel like time is acting a little weird today. That's fine. 10 minutes. How do the pepperonis look after 10 minutes, Steve?
They look delicious. I'll eat the fuck out of them. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean, it looks like it's getting better and better the more we check in on it.
Somehow it looks the same.
It's weird.
Very good. Very, very good. Guys, did you watch you said you watched the new Animaniacs, right?
Yes, I
Pilot,
watched
yeah.
it.
I think it holds up.
I liked it.
I think it feels like it didn't go away, and it's just that's that. I was like, yeah, that's Animaniacs. I guess they nailed it.
I enjoyed it.
I love it.
I enjoyed it a lot. I was very honored to
Were
be
you
a part of it.
were you an Animaniacs boy growing up, Elliot?
Yeah, I watched a fair amount of it, but I don't remember like vivid episodes, but it was a mainstay in the Morgan household.
Yeah.
We
it's
were all
good.
fans.
It's like one of the few things that was brought back.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the quality is dipped at all.
No, all the same voices. I love the animation. They're not trying to make it modern. They're trying to, I mean, it's the same old self-referential sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they made all the jokes that I think they had to make in the first episode. It's interesting that they acknowledged that it was written in like 2018, and then so therefore it was out of date already, and they were owning that. I was like, that's super interesting, because I never thought about that as a kid, that it would have been so much earlier that they did those jokes. It feels current, but it's not. It wasn't, I guess.
Yeah, they always. I guess they're even back in the day, they were like real self-referential, and they would always break the fourth wall, and they would always talk about how underpaid the writers were and stuff. And so, yeah, it kind of makes sense that they're also like, oh yeah, and these scripts are written like so long ago. Also, it seems like they're giving you a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, I got emotional when Pinky and the Brain came on. I was like, oh my god! I was like, it's them. They're back.
Yeah.
And like the idea of Brain being like, I'm gonna make myself look cute and become a viral superstar.
Yeah.
And then take
That was
over.
very
the world.
smart.
And then him getting dressed up wearing just cute stuff I was like, this is perfect. I could watch an hour of this. Wonderful. But you know what else is
some
wonderful?
people-
You know what else is wonderful? Our
What?
sponsors. So
Guy's so good at it now.
No, I
He's
don't
so
have
good at the turn,
You want
but
me
he
to
doesn't
do
have
it?
him up.
Should I do it? I
You
can
can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it if you
Now
want.
you got to.
I mean,
You're
okay.
Yeah,
committed.
you gotta do
Guys.
it, Elliot.
Oh, you're breaking.
You're in it.
Just all right, here we go, guys. This is gonna be so quick and easy. We're gonna have such a great time. You guys know them, you love them, we love them. I'm talking here, guys, about MeUndies. The holidays can be the most stressful time of the year. If only there was some bearded man with a bottomless bag of everything you need to cross off that list. Thankfully, our friends at MeUndies have the next best festive thing. MeUndies curated a list of stuff your friends really want this year, so you can soften the holiday stress. Literally, what's the saying? Work softer, not harder. We've all been there. Their micromodal is not only super soft, but breathable, light, and impossibly cozy. It's everything you need to have a stress-free and comfortable holiday. Give some me time with MeUndies, sustainably soft undies, PJ set slippers, and more. Guys, you guys know this sponsor. We talk about them all the time. If you would like to support the podcast or make your bottom regions feel extra comfortable, give MeUndies a shot. You can also gift a membership with a MeUndies gift card. Their membership is a subscription that sends new pairs right to your door, so they never have to run out of MeUndies again. With site-wide savings and exclusive sales, they automatically pay less for, well, everything. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, if there are any of you still out there, now's the time. You get 50% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. So, to get 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley. Go to MeUndies.com/Valley to get 15% off your first order and free shipping. But, guys, that goes on the inside. What about the outside? I'll tell you about it. I'm talking about a little thing
What
that
about
Joe
it?
loves. It's called Stitch Fix. How you feel about that, Joe?
Yes, I got one coming today.
Yeah, you know what Joe understands, you guys? Online shopping can be daunting, especially this time of year. You never know if things are going to fit or if returns are going to be difficult and you're going to be stuck with it. You don't even know what store to start with. Well, this season, Stitch Fix will do all of the hard work for you as the days get longer and the weather gets colder. It may be time to take a look
This
at
hoodie
your
is a
winter
Stitch
wardrobe.
Fix.
It's a Stitch Fix right there, folks. You can see it in real life. If you want to make a change this season, Stitch Fix can help you choose new pieces you'll love. Truly, if your go-to outfit in 2020 has become sweatshirts or yoga pants, how dare you? You may be feeling like you're in a style rut. I sure do. Let Stitch Fix help you feel excited about what you're wearing. Did you just look over your current cold weather wardrobe opinions and get a chill? I bet you did. It's time to ditch that old sweater and upgrade that jacket. A Stitch Fix personal stylist can help you pick new pieces that are timeless. Stitch Fix offers clothing hand-selected by expert stylists for your unique size, style, and budget. And every piece is chosen for your fit and your life, and it's the easy solution to finding what makes you look and feel your best. Try on pieces at home before you buy. Keep your favorites and send back the rest. Stitch Fix even has free shipping. They take the envelope and the label and they send it to you. You just put it back. I've done it before. It's super easy, and a prepaid return envelope is just right there. There's no subscription required. Try Stitch Fix once or set up automatic delivery so you're constantly you're treasuring yourself with all sorts of fun things. You'll pay just a $20 styling fee for each box, which of course gets credited toward pieces you keep, so you don't have to worry about it. And there are no hidden fees ever. Who hates hidden fees? We all do. Stitch Fix has styles and clothing to fit any occasion for women, men, and kids. They ship all over the US and available in the UK as well. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Valley. It's the same thing as before, stitchfix.com/Valley, and you will get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix, and you're gonna wanna. That's stitchfix.com/Valley for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. stitchfix.com/Valley, 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. How's the pizza doing, Steve?
It looks great. It smells great. I can't wait to have a slice.
And we're back.
Stupid filter. I can't believe you have it. That's crazy.
It's
It's
fun.
crazy.
It's a very intense.
You know what it
microwave.
is? It's just fun. Guys, it is actually just about 12 minutes and 30 seconds is where we're at right now. So we're about to be done with this slice of pizza, and I cannot wait to take a bite out of it right out of the microwave.
I can't wait for your descriptive word choice in your eating endeavors. Real quick, everybody, Kickstarter Watch 2020. Just wanted to give you a quick update. It's amazing. We got 13 days left at time of recording. We're at, I think, 130 plus. Right
we
now.
are currently at 132,116 with 2,351 backers and 13 days left to go. Thank you, Joe.
My goodness.
That's great. That's great. So I'm like I've said before, I'm just holding up and jumping between movie and TV movie and video game movie prompts and going a little bit mad, but I've found some really good ones that I'm really happy with. I've been sharing with Kevin I don't share them with you guys because I need you on episodes perhaps with some of them. And I'm working on to an episode that I want to get out before the end of the Kickstarter with some fun, never before seen friends in the game. So
Ooh,
that's where
that's
we're
a
at
fun
with that right
tease.
now.
How are they friends if you've never even seen them?
Look,
How?
I don't know. I don't have a clever, witty response. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a clever, witty setup, so deal with it. Yeah. It's
you
very
miss half the
exciting, and I'm
shots
very
you don't
excited for
take.
you. Exactly, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh yeah, and by the time you're listening to this, we will have also on our YouTube posted a cut down version of the live stream on YouTube.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like a half an hour long. Kevin worked really hard on getting that out, and that'll be live by the time you're listening to this. So if you missed the stream and didn't find it, that's a good way to take it in and watch us get emotional very quickly.
And guys,
Also,
you may be
go ahead.
you may be wondering what's next after this. What path shall the Valleyfolk trail? And we are in the process, if I'm not speaking out of turn, of producing basically a short special of our short tour that we did that will be available. And we're going to do a little campaign for that to kind of boost our Patreon so that we can continue having a thriving, wonderful business into 2021 as life continues to throw hurdles at everybody. And that's going to be very exciting. But I'm super stoked about it. I think it'll be very fun. And it'll also be a nice reminiscent thing to see what it was like when people could gather in place. We really got in under the wire for that. And I'm very excited to see how the final product turns out. And it'll be available at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk when we come up with the parameters for it. We're going to use it as a little thing to boost everything, and it should be wonderful.
It's
I just
going to be...
remember-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just remember how absolutely sick I was on that tour, but I would still do it again because I missed being out in the world and seeing people and having that energy on stage that is unmistakable, and I miss it.
Yeah,
That,
you had COVID and
that-
you had coronavirus, and then you spread it to. It's actually you're kind of a patient zero, Steve.
Yeah. Or at least patient 1 or 2.
2 or 3, yeah, something.
Yeah.
In there.
Patient fun. Such a fun guy.
And it was
So
fun
funny.
when he was dying backstage. That was super fun.
All right. So speaking of the Patreon, we've also been doing a thing where we get some prompts from our patrons for this here podcast. So I got a couple for you. I did a lens this morning. So
Gross.
we'll use this. I'm going to actually have you jump on this question, and I'm going to have to get Jax going on his school, and I'll be right back right after that.
Convenient.
Paul Charlton asks, a little would you rather? Would you rather look 40 years older from the neck up or the neck down?
40 years older than I am now?
Yeah, from the neck up or the neck down.
Wow.
I guess if I could do it from the neck down, I could still pretend to be as youthful as I am playing video games on Twitch.
That's true.
So
Now, the question is, like, do you feel 40 years older
I guess you would
or just
be, right?
look? Because if it's just look, I think maybe it's the down, perhaps.
It has to be look, right? Because if it's feel, you would have to choose the head. That's where your heart, lungs, junk is, right? Below the neck.
But then you got your brains.
yeah, but your
in the
brain
other.
you forget things. God,
Possibly.
this is a
You could-
terrifying question.
It's a nightmare. It's a absolute nightmare.
You guys, here, I'll give you one more and you can pontificate on the next one. I think it's down. Body down, for sure. Neck down. Body down.
I guess, but I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this experiment that you're doing on my body.
All right. Paige Jensen asks, and I'll be right back. What has been... Oh, wow, we're kind of just in this realm, I guess. What has been the most recent indicator that you're getting older? For me, it's the increased amount of joint pops. You guys enjoy that question? I'll be right back.
Well, I'll say that it's the gray hairs that keep coming and don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Yeah.
And then you hit the ground
that
running.
part, and then you hit the ground. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I'll be like looking at my beard in the mirror, and I'll be like, yeah, everything's looking nice over here, and then I'll take a peek like down here, and like in this area here,
Yeah.
there's just like a patch of gray that just
Oh,
started
patch.
to like. Well, like patch as in like there's like 4 hairs
A 4
that are
family, yeah.
gray
Nuclear
that
family.
keep growing back in, and I keep like picking them out because I'm like, those guys need to go away. But yeah, that's an indicator of age for me more than anything right now.
Yeah, physically, I mean, now that I got this 40-year-old neck down thing out of my head, it's hard to think. Yeah, pops are the big one. I've been popping a lot, but and then I think I just can't eat what I used to eat. My stomach is really more sensitive. My stomach is very which they say happens in your 30s. You can't just eat things and do things, and I do get sore really easily. Besides that, I'm okay. I don't think I'm getting too many gray hairs. I get winded really easily. I'm just tired.
I think I get winded easily because of the dormancy, just the fact that we're just so dormant.
So dormant.
Well,
we're like barnacles in our homes. But yeah, the popping, the not being able to eat things like I used to be able to eat things. But besides that, I'm doing. And then just the general realization that we're middle age-ish, I guess, is interesting. But no, not too many physical things yet.
Yeah, most of it is like psychological.
Yeah.
And then it's like the gray hairs. And then it's like
I got some of those. I'm back.
That's where I'm at. For me, it's just it's psychological because it's like, am I getting older or is this just?
Yeah.
Do you know
what is?
You know
this?
what really affects me now in regards to the psychological side of it, and what you just said, Elliot, with the middle-agedness of it all. 10 years ago, articles that said this 50-something-year-old died of a heart attack or some other age-related, your body just shut down without your control type thing, didn't really get on my emotional radar aside from the empathetic, I'm sad for that person. But now I read those and I'm like, oh,
warning.
that's real close. That's so not far away.
Yeah, warning, Will Robinson kind of deal, or whatever the phrase is.
I wish there was something that could be done
Danger.
about it, but I'd love to check in on this pizza one more time.
All right, guys, we're at the end of Pizza Watch 2020. Steve's got a final update out in the field. I think we have hit our stretch goal of 13 minutes. Let's cut to Steve. Steve, how's it looking out there?
Man, if
Well,
Steve
I'll
just
tell
has
you,
a
Joe.
piece of pizza, God, I hope Steve has just a piece of pizza.
I'll tell you guys, I'm the one that keeps bringing this bit back, even though there isn't an ending for it. Because I certainly don't have pizza. And it's just, I wouldn't eat a pizza after 13 minutes. So let's just be honest about that. Don't put a pizza in the microwave for 13 minutes. And that's the lesson that we learned from this bit.
Steve is ending the bit with a nice hunk of real vulnerability for everybody. Just listen, I wouldn't eat it. I need to say that out loud.
You shouldn't do it.
Don't do that.
But we'll do it for real, and then you'll see how bad it is, and then you really won't want to do it.
I think because
right now
though,
you might want to do it.
Because it's in quarantine, we should microwave the pizzas and then mail them to one another to our doorsteps. But then we got to wipe them down with bleach to make sure they're not infected with anything, and then eat it, and we'll see what happens.
No, I think the way we should do it is we each get a random thing. Like Elliot gets pizza, I get a frozen sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich, like one of those McMuffin sandwiches.
Jimmy
those,
Dean.
Jimmy Dean sandwiches.
Dude, I just finished a box of 24 of those yesterday.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so then you
not
do
at
the
once,
Jimmy
but
Deans.
it was a lot.
You do the Jimmy Deans, I'll do a slice of pizza, and Joe will do a burrito, a microwave burrito. And you guys each have to film your own version of what 5-minute increments of that is as it goes on until you get to the most disgusting parts. And then we edit it into a big video where we're all doing our own versions of it.
Love it.
It's kind of fun. I don't hate that. You also came up with another YouTube channel called Mail Guys, where we are constantly just sending packages to one another, or the mails. Maybe it's mails. And
yeah.
We don't say what we're sending to each other. Every video is an unboxing.
Mailmen.
Every video is an unboxing of what the person sent him, and it could be anything. It could just be like mashed potatoes in a Ziploc
That's
bag.
kind of fun. That's a fun idea.
And you have to go through it. You have to experience it. And maybe it's always just something like you don't know what it's going to be and the delivery system's going to be, but maybe it's a negative and a positive in every package. So it's like
that's great.
Ziploc bag full of cold SpaghettiOs, but inside of it is like a mini pop action figure that Steve would love or something like that. So you
Right,
have to have the
or-
negative and the positive.
Yeah, or like Elliot just like we send Elliot like an air fryer or something, and then now Elliot has an air fryer.
That'd be
but he
great.
has to
I like this.
use it, you know? Yeah, like it could be fun shit like that.
Please send
So
me
you
an air fryer.
just want to give gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes they're weird. Like it's a bag of macaroni and cheese in a Ziploc
It's actually really
bag.
nice.
Yeah, you never know
Because-
what you're gonna get.
You never. It could be positive. It could be negative.
Yeah.
And also, like, just getting things in the mail from your friends is great.
Right.
It feels nice.
Right. I like that. Wow,
Mail
what a
mails.
bunch of
Mailman.
fun. This has been like this. Not only has this been a creative meeting for the Valleyfolk, it's also been a podcast. And so what we're doing is we're just really condensing the business practices of this company into
Yes.
an hour of time, and I think that's really productive. And I'm proud of us.
I agree.
Good job.
I agree, Steve. I think it's
I
a really great.
appreciate
And
that.
if you guys want to send me an air fryer at any point, they seem great. They really seem like a really wonderful
They are wonderful.
product. So
I could feel like we're wrapping up a little bit here, but I do want to say that I watched Phenomenon, you guys.
Oh, the UFO documentary, great. Okay, so
Let's dive
we
in.
we said we were going to talk to Whitney about this, but we could talk to you about it, and then we'll talk to Whitney about it again another time. But
We can bring her in for like a small segment on one of the
yeah.
podcasts. Yeah.
But I just want to. Can we talk about it right now, or should
Yeah,
we? Are we
it's great.
teasing it? Okay. Because Elliot and I were talking about it quite a bit before we recorded the Whitney podcast. And then we were like, oh, man, we got to just talk about it on the podcast. And then we got sidetracked because Whitney's great. And well, it wasn't Whitney's fault, really. I mean, you know, it
was her
our
fault.
But
Yeah, she's not great. What are you talking about?
yeah,
yeah. She is a terrible person in
dude,
real life. But I will say that
Give the synopsis real quick. Tell everybody what Phenomenon is.
So it's basically just like a really comprehensive dive into the study of UFOs from like the 50s all the way to current day. And it delves so deeply into it that by the time it's over, you're like, wow. So, I mean, there's basically just proof that there have definitely been unidentifiable objects.
Yeah, if you don't
flying in
believe-
our atmosphere.
you believe by the end of it,
Yes,
for sure.
100% is undeniable by the time you're done with it. And it has nothing to do with like bias or the filmmaking necessarily. It has everything to do with the fact that they just compiled real shit that you can find yourself on the internet and see for yourself that like just proves it, essentially. Just proves that like I don't know if it's aliens. It could be a technology created here that only certain people have access to somehow.
The Johnsons, those bastards not sharing their stuff.
Yeah, but
Nice
for all
stats.
we know,
The
but
nice
yeah,
stats.
I guess it basically just proves that there's definitely unknown shit to us that you can see and hear professional people who have dedicated their lives to discovering these things talk about it at great lengths. And
Well,
it's really wonderful.
plus government cover-ups and government officials coming out, and also the government going like, yeah, they're real. Here's the information.
Right.
While we're living in a time where the news cycle is every 5 minutes, like our pizza show. And they dropped, hey guys, by the way, it's all real. And they've done it in the past as well. They've said, guys, it's real in the past, but for some reason we just let it go.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Or maybe it's a response in our brains where it's like, I can't handle that mentally, so you just push it to the side. You're just like, that's cool. I don't want to consider my place in the universe, so we're just gonna let that story be over there, and I'm gonna go back to being distracted.
I have another theory that it is induced by their presence, that they actually they don't want to be found and they don't want to be seen because they know it'll go poorly, and so they mind control us into being apathetic about it because it's easier for them. And so, but that's a crackpot.
Well,
idea.
I like that.
just fun to think
My
about.
theory is similar to yours. I the way I was talking to Alana about it was like, you guys know about the hot springs in Yellowstone, right? Like they're these beautiful anomaly things that like
They're called Theyre pots.
Well, thank you, Joe. They are explainable, and there's nothing unknown about them, but they're just these beautiful things that you can go see if you want, that are colorful and incredible and really make you feel things when you see them, because they're
It's a fucking volcano. It's gonna explode and kill us all.
They're these beautiful
Fear. It makes you
things
feel
that
fear.
you can see. So, but my point is that they're also very dangerous, and you can die in them very easily. And the ground around them is so thin that if you step in the wrong area, you'll fall in, and it's instant death for you. There will be no remains. And so
It's because of the pot goblins, the Caldera pot
right.
goblins.
And the pot
They'll
goblins
drag-
have acid blood.
They'll drag you down.
No, but like the point I'm trying to make is
Grab
that you can go see those things. They're very dangerous, but you also cannot touch them. There are barriers around. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but there's barriers so that you can't touch them or disrupt them.
And also bear warriors, because it's the wild. It's the Rockies.
Right.
There's bears everywhere.
So my theory is that Earth is like a hot spring to the rest of the universe. It's this beautiful thing that exists in the universe, but it's very dangerous. And if you land there, there's a lot of dumb shit that you could die from. So I think nobody goes there because it's just this thing that needs to be left alone and is dangerous.
Steve, are you saying we're the pot goblins?
We're the pot goblins.
Holy shit!
I was a pot goblin this weekend, I'll tell you that.
I'm a pod goblin right now. You guys don't mind if I vape, do you? But my theory is that when we see them, it's because sometimes people die in the hot springs, and sometimes people throw things into the hot springs, and then everyone's like, don't ever do that again, and then that's the consequences for that. And I think that when we see aliens, and when people say they see beings on Earth, or like when they see a flying saucer, it's because some beings are like, but I want to get closer to the hot spring, and I want to see it as close as I can, even though I know
I want
it's
to touch
dangerous.
it. I want to touch one of those
Right,
hot springs.
right. And I think that's just why we haven't been in contact with them, because I
Dude.
think they see us as dangerous and as beautiful, and to not disrupt or disturb it because we can't handle it, and that's why they haven't fully.
I like to kind of tickle my brain with the theory that like they're just trying to keep us from destroying ourselves.
Yeah.
Like there's a point in every like civilization that becomes advanced where it could go A or it could go B. They could become so advanced and angry and tribalistic that they either end themselves, like we're on the cusp of doing all the time, or we help them get through that and they get to our level eventually, and that's better for the universe because maybe that is just the case. So when they come here and they're hovering above our missile silos, like messing with things and
Jamming radars.
and jamming radars and checking in on them, and right after we annihilate people with said bombs, that's when they start showing up in en masse. Like, it's crazy. It's
it made me think about Doctor Who a little bit, because Doctor Who, throughout the entire series of Doctor Who, he's just like protecting Earth in all of these ways. Like, Earth could have been destroyed 1,000,000 times if it wasn't for the Doctor. And so it just feels like if the aliens are interfering with our like how to destroy ourselves technology, and they're stopping bombs and stuff, maybe there's some kind of Doctor Who type alien that's just protecting us from killing ourselves and protecting the Earth.
I like that. Here's my mental place after watching it. I'd be interested to know where your guys's were. So I've always been somebody that wants to believe and kind of does. And after watching it, watching it with a hat on that I know, like, media is media. Anybody can create a story or a narrative to make you believe something. So you got to take anything you watch with a grain of salt, and you have to ask why, you have to ask who, and you have to ask what. And you should do that with everything. Every article you read, everything. Do not lose your curiosity, please, everybody, because it will destroy you as a human. But what it made me feel afterwards was I'm not saying it made me believe harder, but it just made me want to have an experience. Like I want to see something. I want to be with one of those groups that goes out there in a field with their laser lights and knows how to communicate with them, all of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And it's like a spiritual thing for me. I want to see something. I want to be scared of it. I want to be fascinated by it. And that's where I'm at after watching it. Where are you guys?
Exact same.
Yeah, I mean, I saw when I was like an adult. I was pulling into my backyard at my folks' place, and I was just coming home from work or something, and it was nighttime, maybe like after 10 o'clock or something, and I got out of my car, and I just was looking on the ground. I was grabbing my backpack and stuff, and then all of a sudden, the entire area illuminated green, like the brightest green I had ever seen, pretty much. Just like it illuminated the night into like green day for a second.
What are you talking about?
And then
Are you talking about sunset? Because you've heard that can happen when the sun goes behind the horizon. It'll cause a green flash that people can see sometimes.
Well, it was
that what
after
you're talking
10 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay. I thought, I heard the green flash and then
Yeah.
went
It
back.
was after 10 o'clock at night for me, so it was kind of later in the night. And so it just was a big white or a big green blast of light that illuminated the ground and the car and everything. And I looked everywhere to see what the fuck it could have been, and there was nothing. There wasn't even the sound of a plane or a helicopter. So I didn't hear a helicopter. I didn't see any. And I like looked I was outside. I was in like an alleyway. So I even stepped out into the alley to see if like maybe someone had one of those big flashlights that they're messing with or something. And it was nothing. And so I was just like, all right, I don't know what the fuck that was, and I just went back inside, and that was that.
Well, guys, Carl Jung, in his paper Flying Saucers, A Modern Myth of Things Seen in the Skies, says it's difficult to form a correct estimate of the significance of contemporary events, and the danger that our judgment will remain caught in subjectivity is great. So I'm fully aware of the risk I'm taking in proposing to communicate my views concerning certain contemporary events, which seem to be important to those who are patient enough to hear it. I refer to those reports reaching us from all corners of the earth, rumors of round objects that flash through the troposphere and stratosphere and go by the name of flying saucers, discs, and UFOs. These rumors, or the possible physical existence of such objects, seems to me significant that I feel myself compelled, when events of fateful consequence were brewing for Europe, to sound a note of warning. I know that just as before, my voice is much too weak to reach the ear of the multitude. I don't even know what he's saying here.
Just give up before you get to the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost track
That guy
of
had
it.
a lot of stuff to say.
But before you go on, let me talk, and then I'm going to cut you off right there. It is not presumption that drives me, but my conscience as a psychiatrist that bids me to fulfill my duty and prepare those few who will hear me for coming events which are in accord with the end of an era. Oh, I think this is his Anyway, so Jung didn't believe they were real. He thought they were a psychological projection. So.
Oh, interesting.
But you never saw the phenomenon.
I didnn't see it, but I saw a light. I didn't see a thing. So that's the closest I've ever had to some kind of UFO experience. So,
a transistor exploding.
So
cool.
That coupled with this documentary has really kicked me into like I guess they're just real, but there's literally just nothing we can do about it.
Maybe they're real.
We can't. I don't
I go
know.
back and forth because I do think it could be the thing that strikes me is how consistent all the eyewitness accounts are. They're all exactly the same, basically. And so I think it could be group hallucinations do happen, but man, there's so many of them that something seems to be going on.
Dude, the kids in Zimbabwe.
That's the craziest one.
Dude.
You have to watch it, folks. You gotta watch it just for the last the kids at the end, because that was the part that got me, Joe, was when they talk about it and then they wave at the creatures and then the creatures wave back. I was like, all right, I believe. I don't know why them waving was the thing that did it,
not just that. Like, I don't want to, and we shouldn't spoil too much, but not just that. The teacher, there's so much context that you'll still get, that you still need before all this makes sense. But when the teacher was like initially like, I didn't see anything, they're just kids, whatever, I didn't believe it. And then like years and years and years later, they come back to her and they're like,
yep,
what do you think about it? And she's like, aliens landed here. Like, totally.
Yeah, well, she was like, I just didn't listen to them because I was like scared.
Yeah.
But so what do you think now? Aliens landed here.
So
She's
crazy.
just like,
Yeah, because
aliens
that's
landed
just,
here, and yeah,
people
but
sound-
she's so serious.
yeah, and people are categorized as being insane if you say you saw an alien. So it makes
Right.
sense that, especially in
Especially
certain
back
parts
then.
of the non-LA bubble we live in, that people be like, "No, I didn't see it. Of course not. That's crazy."
Right. And back then, you were totally like, oh, that's the crazy person that believes in aliens. Let's not.
Yep.
Don't even mess with that person.
You guys have to watch. So I watched a different documentary before it, and there's a couple of them. There's a spattering of them on Amazon because I wasn't quite sure which one was the right one before I watched Phenomenon. I watched another one, and I highly suggest it because there's a bunch of different viewpoints, and a lot of the people that were in this one were in this one as well. The Phenomenon was also in the other one that I watched. And
What's
this
the other one?
was a little bit. I don't know the name off the top of
Was
my
it
head. but if you
narrated
just
by
put UFO
Jeremy?
into-
Was it Jeremy Piven narrating it?
Yes.
Yeah,
That one.
I watched that. Yeah,
You watched that one too?
Yeah.
So
Shit, I
that
gotta
one's a
watch
little bit more conspiratorial.
Yeah. Oh, a little.
like they're
it's like religious sound.
it's a little crazy, but they do make some fun points with like how the government is holding on to the information so that when they do release it in bunches and batches, it's more in a fear-based way. And
Oh yeah, they throw Tom DeLonge way under the bus.
Yes, they do. So they're saying they're using the information to make us scared so that they can like enact police states or one world governments. It goes a little too far, but it is interesting because a government could enact control if you have a massive threat that is
Yeah.
otherworldly and you make us afraid of it. But then everybody that's in the documentary, these people that got into the fields and try to communicate, they're more like, yeah, no. Every experience that we've had has been a non-threatening one. Every feeling, even those kids in Zimbabwe, it was non-threatening. It was one of peace. It was one of like, get your shit together, humans. We're not here to scare or hurt you.
You're
We're
going
here to warn you and help you.
Yeah, you're going
Yeah.
the wrong way with technology, all that
Yep.
stuff. It's
Crazy.
fun.
I
It's
don't know,
good
man.
stuff.
Fun to talk about. Fun to think about.
It is so fun to talk about and think about, but I just wish that there was. I hate how unknown it is. I hate how there you can only go so far, and then you're in the realm of like conspiracies,
Yeah.
and there's no way out of it. And it's like, I don't know what to believe. I just know that this documentary did a really good job of explaining that everyone has basically, all official parties have acknowledged the existence of unidentified objects in the sky. We just have no other information than that. And that's like so frustrating
Yep.
to me because it's like, I just want more. I want more.
It is.
Did you guys
nice.
see the monolith in Utah?
Oh yeah, but that was an art piece, I thought.
It's
wasn't
gone.
Oh, that thing.
It
Yeah.
disappeared.
What I do like about the Phenomenon too is it does feel like the first UFO documentary I've ever seen that I'm not embarrassed to recommend to people,
Right,
because they're all so bad.
Yeah.
Even that Jeremy
Like the
Piven
one we
one's
just talked
pretty
about?
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not the gateway drug that the other one is. But yeah, the Phenomenon was like, okay. I sent it to my
Yeah, this
brother,
one-
and my brother texted, and he just goes, "So there's fucking aliens on this planet." And I was like, yeah, definitely.
Dude, that documentary is your friend that's eloquent that you would invite to hang out with your friends. And the other documentaries are the friend that's like way too much
Yeah.
about shit right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
And it's
Phenomenon
Baby
is
do I want?
Yeah, the Phenomenon's Mike Pence, and then the other
Right, right.
one is Donald Trump, where you're like, okay,
Right,
how do you
right,
start
right. There
with
you
the-
go. There you go.
just to bring it back home. We haven't talked about him in a while. So.
All right. Well, listen. What a great show. I had
was
a great
fun,
time
everybody.
with you boys.
Do you wanna
I love
check on the
nerding out
pizza?
about-
Pizza.